really diams onya bia proslav na ma prostate na ha dwen o enom na ma obu a odun so na wote ya opa na be man bra o se me dun so aba betene nka watwa ne sisa adi ma eno ha dwen wan hwe de rubber beto be mam ha enti ye kan wo odun so mu pai mienu a na wakodra so sisi o so pe proslav capsules unya bia eno ebebo true man no enso obi a woni atenka utimi se obai timi bie nkomo yi so be ma so masa true man capsules no numbi na afa enuama nkeka mom na etimi koya adwuma Congo ointment wona mani nsa nyina eno nso be hye no adiama 0249 017101 na wadi nkomo na immunitable supplement ne de immune system booster kantanka for darumo say ni wawani tuya say wona mani yade a eno nso baye ya me yade me ho mfa me we de numa drabi mo amoye agyan ho adwuma na afa wiemu adwuma din nyina no mo betimi asora no passa akọ adwuma so a immunity herbal supplement eno nya bia ebetimi aboa bebi ato adro bia no wo benya bi ensom atimi atoye ko amono ne di his properties o madaroma wo se asase no se ne wo bi ewo abesa woton wo dan a wo besa woton anasem bia wo asase a wo mu nsi dan ensom emfama anase boho yi bi ana abesa drele ewo fie wa wo mu ensom ebetimi aboa na afa enuama nso akọhie edema se renting o pa asase rente o pe bia to ni nyina no wo mu edi hu dwuma sha no so property say de yemfa fichire nto bi ko to awan re alangas esamunti frewo mu ewo 0249 840110 na only days properties abonkomo and the anope fancy di Maria.
Okay, yemre na yemhwe yen question of the day no. Amuzu P Herbal Mixture sponsored or no Adaroma na Debia day Amuzu P question of the day amount. Na infection drew no no the yebisa nyina say which European team has maintained the highest level of consistency throughout the season. Where questioner Amuzu PC Misao, which European team has maintained the highest level of consistency throughout the season? European team Ben Alfu say be when it da I'm say why consistent you say be na wo hye no wotena no wadi agu na be wotena wo twa watane ade da bi team Ben and Alfu say be on maintaining the highest level of consistency wo ye season mo supremo
wo azinchenu bi eniwe eye Pedro Martina Cruz was so no de Bayamunche ne mediama Sporting Club wo mu mienu ana mo akipi ene consistency enu ye do dia bacteria kwame temperature say Bodo Glimt wo mu ye club wono nso ekofo mu Ogidi Brown Junior ese obetusu komo ana afi Bodo wo mu ana ochisu wo mu great also afo go so wono nso chese PSG ana afi Chelsea eno enkomo ana odi abawe John Baidu was say from Takwan Swayem. I will choose Komo. Have a nice day. Also have a nice day. Why? And a message about the medal. I was say Bayamunche ni Chelsea. And I know Eko Atakra Joseph say Arsenal. And Wako Bill Ampon say Barca. All the way Bill Ampon from Tepa. Kenya go. I want dear free and so de Abba and Afe. When so Junior Alonso was say FC Barca and Junior Alonso at the Abakwejo Mayo. As a Bayamunchin and Wako at the Amomania Kojo Mail Messenger, what the Abba Aqua Governor as a Barca and Wako at the Amomo and Kama Vesant, and so as a Bayamunchin and Ankama Eko at the Amomone and Ope away in show so I don't later Sinina, and so at the Samuel Kwaku at Arsenal, Womu and Wovuti at the Amomo fancy.
Well, me say na majority leader of parliament say watch the show live from Opera Square Accra Central. Inside electrical so hono no wa dene dey by name was say FC Barcelona na maintain the highest level of consistency way Jeff Eric say Coventry na say Lampard and nkwada no so ye adwuma pa na Sylvester versatile say Bamunch na fe Kwabena and so say a Brian upon Michael and say a Real Madrid and for Juliana Caroline so say a Madrid and Bamun Tramumi say consistency no and so Anno Shea and Anukunsu say Arsenal and what get a message no and so about last but not the least Amos Odum and say a Barcelona and and so a message and 20 minutes after 10 live on Wontumi TV I'll dig it on the satellite and our socials no our Facebook also and our YouTube and so also and a Monday and of course brand new week and indeed a brand new day Betway I say for the love of the game Kwasua now we know Betway rewards who can on your points now fee I was converted into cash now they are checking or how fine idea yes someone resting nyame armo chene be sa ba na ye dia mamu ti kabose no
yes yeah home
okay Pep Guardiola say wa wunje wa ni no kofie
kind
come back so chena
yeah ebe
lose by 4-0
possible
Tia stadium according to Pep
of course
was we a player na say bia wono who just ka kese e wo ba kofie na no man no baba
o mi ni Francis say mi ni Pep bi adwen
Penny Jude
fancy nyesheda nyehu bia wo mu ana Benfica hye wo mu no encheda nyehu bia mate bia
the match na china the score line be
okay because me here correct scores that game by Pep trust Pep Guardiola nyame atoma
so won say a team no abribia no be style bia no ye PSG from the Champions League ni Chelsea aje
oh and yes new news say show mu dia
abribia sesa
yes show mu dia
manu was an kwanu ntu na be ka say 5-1 last week
ana ne be ka 5
so no mo so no chechere kakra o ko ni amu ana pangofo bo
the no more receive
from ya show what goalkeeper mistake 3-2
game fair no am
ma dwe ho ma de
but say coach no say be you
why
yam Rosie na say be
oh masa be say am for gas or science teacher no
fancy
Chama say fancy you stubborn
sponsor there no any fancy
Chama
fancy we do strong
oh yeah that's so yeah be nyina time we share because now what's your na chikakra
abada bia me hwemo adwuma ne koso sa me hwe aye sports wo Ghana there I can confidently confirm say aye Wontumi sports no ene na ye number 1 just say aye star bia bi ana wo dey bo
that's right
na atapuku baby o bia won samra so otomua
baby bishop e wo bia
bishop wo bia won samra
adwuma sisi
samra adwuma
na so on two car okay to shama me say bishop atinka
atomua ba na vini ekizizo akasa
oh nice
mene ekizizo akasa okay just adwuma no Wontumi sports begu so ayekese na be kese ya na ho anso no obi atie abrochire me wo ho ne ade ya yi nyina ahwa no obi a no etie mo ye kese mo ye tough anu ti no me sorry anopa na Wontumi me tie Wontumi sports bibia no ha meye what I say I one just a point nko antino ana maba ya lunch na so ye be have
o chema de na so
chema de atemu wa class at so kukudi mo
chema ono chema se betunu ya tell you se because chema de nye ana alert nam de masa wa ya gani when you only take it ya on buffalo only take it ya on buffalo masa chema da senso because them say time on common start say course na ni my ya kakra ba chema we chairman wallahi
oh baba
sakakra ko pe mo ato wa amu sa na ata ko di mo emu de o de
family for prerudo mo fa prerudo
o de be ma sa triple ata bo ku de be siu ko chairman na mini ya be ba o so de na bi ko me say da ensem de mo kotokomo de ne ade nyina na nyoma e ko so Ghana league akwa bi na mo mpeso disca be shima na chairman league mumwaye
ai kotoko de minim say mamini kan cha santeman na men cha santeman yura ye hene otumfo se tuwa baby asantokotoko hene a ɔyɛ asantema awura ne nkwa so ɔno nso so ɛna kɔtɔkɔ so yɛ ne dea na sesia no ɛnam MPP nti no ɛyɛ ne duru baabi a na ma me som no yɛsom wɔ kwan bebree so ɛne yɛde yɛ ba menim sɛ mmerɛ bi bɛba a kɔtɔkɔ chairman deɛ medi bi yeah menim sɛ mmerɛ bi bɛba a medi bi
wow
yes na sɛ medi nso so a mede gaga yɛsɛm sika ne patapaa mede bɛfam ama timu no aba back sɛdeɛ na abra na Herbert Mensa wɔ so yɛ no Herbert wɔ so yɛ no sabre ne yisua asafo yehu bi enti mɛka ne nyinaa de abom de hyehye aka ho a what you say baabi akotokɔ bɛkɔ no obiara no bɛhu no but sɛdeɛ Yesu ka kyerɛ Mary sɛ memrɛ nsoyɛ no ɛno bi na nɛ me mɛka kyerɛ sɛ memrɛ nsoyɛ because adwuma bi a ɛde bɛma wo biara na wɔ sɛ wotumi yere wo ho na wotumi yɛ na woyɛ ne yie so ɛsan sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛboa MPP na 2028 yɛsa aba power ne nti no ɛnneɛma bebree wɔ hɔ a menka na mmom sɛ meba yɛ yidi a I will be the first a friend say club chairman Jose Mourinho kura bi a metimi de naba no aba be coach ɛyɛ kotoko yes made the international coach and I'm the baba so me duro so I didn't make us a made she na guy what you say na made the players akesia and so a omo bobo te say Real Madrid mo any Man U mo Man City mo any Arsenal mo any Chelsea mo no so no ye di bi so beba aba befra now
the ugly for top players $4 million.
This is what we
3 million euros.
Sikana nya kokra na wo Ghana na wo. The money nya ho na wo. Aye ha na wo. Aye Ghana ane ye wo. What you say? Enti player bia obeba ye yi bia wo ba ye yi a efia mama na tremu ni wa da brochire kro oni bisa tremu.
Oh ene no kre gwacha.
Ya say efia mama kasa mama o matremu kasa mama o matremu ye yi na brochire kro onya bi. Yes.
Chairman so the guy ni ayesem. Ya be ye kotoko
ana patapa na sika.
Ana sika no.
Ana sika so ka. Ayesem ka ho.
Na ma ye fe.
Oh, Charlie. Ha, me say gig we a make who asem no. Ebesi.
Wow.
Me say gig maka no Wontumi ha. Me say ebesi.
Oh, Chama.
Oh.
Na team Kofi. Na team Kofi.
But
na team Kofi.
Oh, me say ebedi. Me say ye besum ye urade asanteman.
So da bi ye ura ka say ni bibia no koroko na da bia se e ma no tipaye what ska bia ho bibia o pompirum so die bi
otie dia tie no say me ye businessman also obia na ba otie say normally no ye bompaye shamaki shra Yehowa ilahenu Yehowa ekad we ahata et Yehowa elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yashak in English in the name of Jesus amen.
Amen. Shala come boy be ma de. Kapo. Say kapo chairman I feel chairman aba be akwa.
Yes. Now I be the bibian so e.
Go tama taboku kasa mo say messages and e no bi ase. Hey o chairman ya de pa say wa tinya assemble. Yes kwa bi ko me nkwa me ho hene papa me.
Na guess it is so how guess no me say guess no guess no me say how many boys this year me say guess it is say Wontumi sports no I number 1
chairman
Monday morning ya kwam no na ya the latest ni nyina no enso ade ama ya tie for live on the show na ma me front to am say Shadrack yenko aye bobo kwafa no say similar no mo enso maso na enwa won say Milan for game no enso baso na wa bra ye ko club ya for say Milan aso won say na me no ka say player ba kwa say wo bi enso na kana
asɛm yɛ paa no ɛnso ayɛ Portugal ne akɔtan a yɛfa no sa Rafael deɛ kɔbɛ no nyina no sa wɔn nso Manchester Boss ɔmo no so saa game no na Manchester Boss so AC Milan ɛyɛ club a wɔn nso kɔ awɔ to Lazio de Bianco ɛyɛ Chelsea ɛkɔ so game moment nie wei ɛyɛ time Boss woni mpɔbɛ 60 something minute ana manager yɛfa no sa Max Allegri sebama woni apie na obi ma bɔbɔ bi yɛsansa ɛwɔ sɛ ɔyɛ changes ɛne ade woni ahuru yɛ kom na ti kɔ apai ade ai wɔn tiase sɛ manager no ɛyɛ substitution ma Chelsea bia nkunkonom ɛmo so mari ade ababɔ no wɔn sa na manager wa bɔ 66 minutes awo firi mu ɛnso amane class full krokonom ɛnyɛ wɔn so nkɔ na Chelsea firi mu that time no na Chelsea you see for fun wɔn na firi mu ana wɔn Rafael Leo ɛnso na firi mu Fikai Tomori already na wɔn firi mu ama Parvas Estupinian wɔn nyinaa nso abɛtena bɛtɛ to so a akora no sɛ wɔn tiase sɛ ɔbɔbɔ na Chelsea coach nso ayi na firi mu manager ne bama akora no kɔ wɔn de jamina as wɔn so manager yi nso mbali ato nkyɛn yɛ adeɛ no ana ama Jameson kan sɛ ɛnwa wɔn mu ma cross wɔn nkakra ba yɛfa no sɛ AC Milan ɛwɔ opportunity sɛ wɔn bɛhyɛ Lazio ɛwɔ away na Castel no ɔmo maintain ɛyɛ 7 points na ɛda wɔn nso ne club a yɛfa no sɛ Inter Milan ɛntɛm no wɔn ntumi capitalize ma ɛnwa wɔn nso nkɔbɔ 20 kɛse no ɛnɛ abɛyɛ 8 points ɛna separate ɛyɛ club ɛfa no sɛ Inter Milan wɔn nso ɛne AC Milan wɔ abɔ no pɛn no yɛde nsɛm no nyinaa bana Rafael yɛ suban no wɔn sɛ dɛmenya no sɛ ɛwɔ sometime na AC Milan ɔmo sporting director no a yɛfa no sɛ English Terry na wɔnom awɔ stadium owura no wɔyɛ confused awɔ abɔ no kora no yɛsɛ man no nso sɛ ɔnte ase asɛ wɔnom support akoda no sɛ na ne yɛ change ana coach yɛ because obi a yɛda fam ɛka no baako yɛbɛsɛ yɛtɛ yɛn nso yɛka yɛ ball carrier ɛnso ana wɔyi na firi mu no na kyɛ sɛ player ball no bɛdi ne nan no a wɔnom ade ball bɛkɔ na ɔbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛn Kenya bi ɛbɛsi ɛne ade no ɛnso ɛne akoda no na wɔyi na firi mu ade wɔn mo na aba nkunkunum ne ɛne class krokom no mo carry ball kɔ kyɛ sɛ no na sporting director no wɔn nso ntɛnɛ ma bi ase kora na yɛsi nsuo bo a wɔsi ɛbo akoda wɔ sɛ deɛ wɔn nso wɔsi asopa no ɛne wɔn ato ɛde bɛsi na no pɔnkɔ Italy a wɔn sɛ ayi ɔkae sɛ etu baabi na akoda wɔ ne boɔ wɔn bɛ sɛ wota wɔn sɛ okita 100 million euros ɛne yɛkyerɛ yi a ɛna akoda ne fa no sɛ Rafael yɛ no wɔn nso wɔbɛtumi ato no mu wɔn gyiri yɛ ba sɛ adeɛ baako a kyɛ sɛ no amu akoda no ɛyɛ ɛmsɛm no ɔyɛ average player na mo ɔwɔ Ronaldo ego a kyɛ sɛ no wɔn nso ɛsopa no paa wɔn nso bɔɔ no winning ball ba won hyɛ anya de ma ne murusu bi asane mom ɛba no sɛ bi akokotini ade a ɛm sɛ ego no wɔnom afa Ronaldo mo de ne bi ne so dwuma Ronaldo no nam so bɔ no ɛnyɛ mu kɔta kora ana kyɛsa kora na fa no sɛ Rafael Leo no wɔn nso matimi anya ɛwɔ abra no pɛ no ɛnso ayɛ kakra ɛfiri na so de ba ɛwɔ abra sansam ne nyinaa no yɛde ɛma yɛtefo ɛwɔ show no so ɛbiyam no mama Juventus ɛnso datem no na manager fa no sɛ Luciano Spalletti wɔnom ayɛ adwuma pa na te sɛ manager no wɔ abra ɔbɛstay no wɔn sɛ wɔaka kyerɛ no mpɔnfoɔ sɛ transfer market ɛbia ɔbɛhia bɛyɛ 4 to 5 signings ɛno yɛ signora wɔn nso abɛso wɔn yɛ one manager no sɛ wɔnom ɛpɛ striker ɛnyɛ striker bi akeke o wɔnom ɛpɛ kyɛsɛ top ayɛ striker bɔɔl no ba pan ɛba pan ɛbia mmiɛnsa wɔ bɔ mmienu tum na ɛbia baako deɛ wɔn maa so wɔn bɛtiɛm goal na wɔn sɛ goalkeeper no mom ayɛ adeɛ structure yi bɔɔl de afa ba na waka sɛ striker ni bɔ goalkeeper no mom ɛnso ana ayɛ adeɛ saa nipa no bi ɛna Jameson kan sɛ Spalletti ɛnso ɛpɛ ɛno yɛ one ɛna no wɔkye manager no yɛsɛ wɔka kyerɛkyerɛ mpanimfoɔ no sɛ wɔpɛ top midfielder ɛno a ɔno nso mmaba bi a ɔbɛstarte na sɛ nyɛ midfielder a woba a wɔtena wote bench na wode yɛbɔ hyɛ no wadwo winning bonus dabi ɛwɔ sɛ ɔtumi starte sɛ saa Kefren Turam nom ɛne Weston McKennie ɛnyɛ abere bi a na ɔbɛtumi abɔ ɛyɛ 90 minutes aduru baabi a ɛwɔ sɛ rotation ɛne yɛde ɛnso ɛyɛ adwuma nti manager no pɛ ɛyɛ top midfielder wɔn nso ɛbɛtumi ɛyɛ starter wɔsɛ nyɛ full back na kyɛsɛ mmiɛnsa no ɛna afɔ kɔ akyerɛ nso a wɔsɛ nyɛ centre back akomko kabo na ɛyɛ BBC ɛwɔ Madrid no na Juve nso ɛwɔ BBC ɛwɔ akyerɛ hɔ for some time wɔbɛnya Andra Barzali wɔbɛnya Leonardo Bonucci, now the Giorgio Chiellini, so the assassin go away. And then you sir, I'm just saying, will be to me your pair. And to report, I mean, so can say, many channel top center back and so the ambassador and then other Brahman Yamas Wi-Fi and some Adiamajufa, many channels Antonio Conte, one also Daniel. Na Quintano metesa onimparfano kwa agreement on so no and kind of buffers we are no ashase boni hwene and then na mekona dentani adiana diamensa can say Antonio Quintano say agreement our hoda da say our so no and some etoaso enti nyame adama na season no report amensa can say coach na ye fano Antonio Conte betoaso na fe waro some aya juma dia mabobokua ye fano say no poli our brano peno ye tanu dia kanu nyina no ensom ama yeto foma me bobokua ye fanu sa Paris Saint-Germain na meno kasa PSG wo mo squad no owe fanu sa Luis Enrique som a publish na omo squad no am sem kwada no mu ne obia wom nyame yan mo tena de am sem ampay betwa Paris Saint-Germain wo mo sem omo be wi adwuma no na owe squad no ma report am say kan say watchna wo mo press conference na say nempokra enana omo press conference and abakoso our Stanford Bridge no report to me nyano say player ye from Ousmane Dembele wono and the manager ye from San Luis Enrique omo me no and ababa betena central for him na fe womo some adin komano I proud to watchna womo so a game that was a baswa and I Dembele and the coach ye from San Enrique omo me no na ba na squad na manager no some confirm ye no and kwan nam komo mo ba no James woman on board here someone am come chesem kwere ahwehwe ebe yedwuma no and some our London and no Montesua by now crowd am sem kwada no woman some on board na squad ni nyina mu no wonum some yanu pa ana omo ama bi Fabian Ruiz ono ama ana Quentin Enjantu ono and some other chesem am say can say woman timi an travel and some ama ayania ye can say sa game bia ye dey aye update ni nyina no and some abana onum nyoma no abakoso so said ya mense kan nyina no sa ball na akadana ye fansa Bradley Bacola ensom abono wo mo se anu ohyepa ntenedie em sa wo hwe aye Paris Saint-Germain na wo hwe ayo mutim ni mu a wo mo se one Dembele wuntimi ntono ema no nyaye ana Bradley Bacola ensom abakomante aye starting birth nteni mo no akabako ball na no desire due a boy wo dey compare aye creature Kwaraskilia na sankabia wo ye coach aba start eye quarantine hono yesem abumi yenu ana sen no eno som aka aida sabi otena manager aba start eye kwara ana so aba start eye due yaro sabi ade no ensom aba siakọ ensom awo sama chenemo na wotena awo so PSG wo mo ultras eba odi aya monitor game no obo se dede aba cause our bridge no so eye Paris Saint-Germain our supporters ana beto mo kana mo no diamensa kan say yes in fans no more na abuafu edientina more na so abuafu a mamini kan you kra wonim say Paris Saint-Germain for more game aye weekend dey tell me ya because we more prepare the Arabo aye Chelsea match no wonim say the whole week aye daba kopa and manager can say omoba rest just out of that 7 days no woman you see aye 1 day per and the rest now on Saturday manager no mo ye double session and on Sunday woman ye double session just some training no pa na mo training anumra mu training no pa na mo training anumra just o ma mi Chelsea for no pa am say club world cup ko ji dia e dia some be say one mo so mo sibam Chelsea team no ma just am e wi ase kran nyam de krabium sana say team no and some abaso mo because obia what training best 5 days and answer 4 days and 1 day until home na Saturday Sunday wo mo ye double training session chesanom aye kakra from aso table no metesa omo supporters no say omo ye say we season ticket holder na obesa oba Chelsea match ni bi atie wo mo so packages ayam yensa na first package and some say which you 2,900 euros wo bo kwakoda aye first class Eurostar and I a 5-star hotel over the our restaurant and a pre-match I services any day and other cosona just the American I was out 2,000 900 euros no not just so trouble enjoy pa yes more na sedentia I just and game about 36,000 Ghana na utwa dia away game and some our land and no power woman from Kakra woman saw 1,200 euros and also no that Eurostar no and no I a 4-star hotel na mama Ghanaian dinner be a restaurant and a premier services and a day and a quarter kra and some I a 490 euros no Jabane say, "Mother bus and a balcony for flight to somebody by road. I'm so Sintaria, Paunia, Shasia, Taribia, and I can't in Cospita and West of Naja. What an antium to Swantan, mother bus and a balcony, and a round trip, not just in and out, and also no woman Mauna hotel because Umetia 490 euros, and a per hotel, and Quada, and your bus in Mana Dana, so much of the point up now, my son to my enough. More money at the actual party and the Montes were running, and some packages and no some about Nasudia and funds to be a car, Omotulia Bassicano, and some upwarding to them say, report to Abbas such as a Betimia Basabia, baby, Paris Saint Germain, Wamuso supporters, Abatinano, Wamus Abia Watana, Chelsea fans, and some other occupy essence a beer. Now, I'm a number selling now, 20 me Watana, and some Kaka through at the banana pen. I was sure so. Wabra ye Chelsea and PSG. Wamu some the game no. Shadow Academy I manager Fanasa Liam Rosinio. Only say Liam Rosinio no. And some community coach in here. Manager the Canada person. Omo consider say woman be jano kwan na omo de adwuma na ma Luis Enrique na Liam Rosinio say amanfo ye na oban na wa lose me and some Arsenal Carabao bi no and a league back na wa bobo draw no and I just one ma Newcastle for the first time after 14 years abeshow I was Stamford Bridge and Jenny ade na the best one kan nyina say since take charge so obe coach Chelsea one why in the table Manchester adudu omabo woye the table na nkabina Chelsea and a toss me and so say yeah fun time of Bayern and the games about when you compare other clubs aka and kono aye third e table no so ba manfo kan ma kwakwa ti say ya so Bayern wo hia na just one nyade ade oh masabasa ye nyano sakra ba to kan sakra na enye third and o mo tentu we there sana jano sum dabesiako yinti aye Chelsea coach Liam Rosinio e wa brene what do you about according to on the table? What would that third?
Yeah, it's a blow. There was going to be plenty of twists and turns. You know, for me, I showed the players the league table up until today in terms of my time with this group. We're third in the league. In my time with the group. And it feels like sometimes it's not that, but that's the case. We're not out of it. You know, the last league game we played, we won 4-1 at Aston Villa. Today was a really difficult day, a frustrating day because we didn't get the result that we want, but I still think there's a consistency in our performances. Yeah, it's a blow. There was going to be plenty of twists and turns. You know, for me,
yes, and all I Kakra manager for Liam Rosinio and I'll tell you dinner excepts and on our Chelsea come on Mami Aquana Fanasa Enzo Fernandez Enzo Samuel Canano Pesa Fabie Nipano on one story now on the Argentina fan and 24/7 into an Obeka not just and one on Ocasio Leo Messi Emo Bonibia Leo Messi Emo B Ocasio Leo Bam Sakanafa Sana Kono and a couple Susa Way and some relative of Chelsea Namia Duma and after this season just some anymore Merostor and Banana Pena Yakubusa Chelsea for now when I'm insiders our Chelsea almost there just somebody Abanasala apart from William Estival William will be our Kabia and some untouchable Nessa Kopama Numina Crowum and it's what Trebio more maybe a Kopama Ba Sabio Mebasame call me Command Debia Mesame call Ebia Mayu Mesame call her woman may and then the Yanos or this kind of Yanaba omo de omo tia se no maton nya fei ene be ye pacho na stay ene da bi omo say bi a William Steve bi na bi a chese Rhys James I stand ono so ka o ansa na bi am Moises Caicedo omo mi ansa no apart from omo na bi a Kopama to extent na eno kra na so ba won be gya no kwanti Fernandez ensom agye no se koba se bi a team kra wo so pe say Madrid and power pa and I say Paris Saint-Germain and pomo so so mo pedia wo ba na ukita sika no ba na sika na ayenkwari omode wo mo betiase aton ama enso na kwana fe wo mo nsom apofofo de aba be hyem eno ensom na yadwumari asese wo mo be so mo di na no pe no ye de update ni nyina so edema Chelsea for no wo mo ka se amo be protest no not a project answer honestly say wo mo ye project and supporters na bi mo so atiku a omo from ho not a project na omo say get out bluko wo mo di kai protest de di kai jamensa kan so omo say the announcement abasa enche bia wo mo abasa protest number 2 na omo protest no do mo so omo twan say and na o ye fan na wo ba fashion trim ye meto aye todana spanyom abo protest no asiese bia ye boma kutia dabi ebiem ye mama chante entia ebia former player anase bia current player dabi de tosom yensa wo mama chante entia ebia former coach bia wabako obi anya he anase bia current manager no wo mu ni natam amonya no hwenamom wo mu director ayom energy enom bibia ensom adia ko buko eso ene chese clearly capital wo mu tiri abasem panifono wo mu Chelsea adane aye commercial club and I tell you trap abodena wa bana wa bona wo almost twa abodena mo nyomo faso ensom awosona baya and Chelsea de omunim towo and omunim towo dabi ntele wo mo be sa protest no ameno ensom ababe kakra free wo mo so de benano pe no yere am tetane sansem ni nyina no ensom ama ye tefo ensom awosho no so na mame Arsenal bobo kwere say wo bianum say the Gunners wonom ena beje ayen ye kan se Premier League series kwedie na chess omo fansa na metisa Ricardo Calafiori oyobi omdi kan ba se boy no amo be so amoton na ebi otena bi so ba no be kaso bon won hye nya bi man na position krana hwere hen kapie enso abeji etisane yo bana oyeso be san ko back to Italy Arsenal ensini kwan wamo som abetiase ama Calafiori no wako back to Italy Serbia wano some abenya ball bi abo na boxing promoter ye follow Frank Warren and the other two kasa Arsenal almost stadium no was only the Gunners edu commercial kebi otena bi wo de bout and some other bar aye Emirates Stadium obekai Tottenham Hotspur wo stadium a hosti aye boxing apan and non aye Anthony Joshua AJ and so the bar so any agena Frank Warren essay one Arsenal edu commercial kono be say what about about Emirates no ebia na anya adwuma because adea was sika microphone wasa eje sika gitu Arsenal for woman ma de e fa brutal na was sika na microphone boss so e bia one night ensom e say no enye sika ketu akwanto no onyi ni say bia adwumade no ensom na betimi abaso e wo hobiem enom aye kakra free aye manager na so de banana player yere am tetene nyina no ensom ma ye to former Tottenham Hotspur woman manager fansa Igor Tudor na got tuto anana answer over 4 matches eluzui and the 5th game when you draw enra e Anfield na you say Spurs emperor for the aba we say announcement and say Nyame aduma watchina omo game also omo balance Wednesday womo Champions League game omo ene club ye fan say Atletico Madrid abebo no womo say fan to dwase aye manager no ana be koso na fe wono som akochi eye boboku ye fan say Spurs omo mo bia me ye aduma no ana be say Spurs abo aye sa game midweek mo na Liverpool fan adeba ko ha dwan say wonim say no na cheso omo chairman aye fan say Tom Werner no I was stand sinimo wo mia and tie red I just already at stand some and monitor said Liverpool one so game a Sukwana and a slot and some do chawata and some any adama just an pa now say any can catch us Shabi Alonso on my factory and a manager do come out no and Yami Arama from summer or Pamo and a slaughter one ever banning on my catch us Gerard ever say be a Jumano woman on the interim no woman Kobusa coach and Fanis and a slaughter say now and a Biotinia Pasadena this season and Yami Arama next season no I was a sister I was a sister and some say and you consider ghosts consider rough off and you cry I just say one more chances no to me say but opponent to ya penna them as a Liverpool win as a win last minute no more consider no more draw as a Liverpool but draw all last minute no more consider no more losing I just happen by 8 times and no I this season to sign money you know I was a sister I just omunya chances so to me say hono and a problem ewo yinti and a slot ewa brand coach and some didn't come out.
I think approaching a game has not so much to do with the final minutes of the game. I think what you are trying as a manager or as a team to outperform the other team in terms of chance creation, you always try to create more chances than the other team because usually that leads to winning more than you lose. So that means attacking wise, generate as much chances as you can and defensively don't give away as much. And I think throughout almost the whole season we've been on the positive side of that in terms of chance creation, but we've not been a lot of times on the positive side of scoring goals or goals. And how to approach the last minutes of the game, I think if you look back on it, which is maybe not the nicest thing to do if you're a fan of us, but I've tried a lot of things. I brought in Joe Gomez in the last minute of a game to keep the lead at Fulham. We conceded. I brought in Wata during the season to have that midfielder that picks up all the second balls. I've done attackers for attacker substitution, not to bring a defender in. We've tried many things, but the way we are conceding goals is also constantly different. I think approaching a game has not so much to do with the final.
Coach, I fancy and a slot, and I'll tell you what didn't say to Jana. Many Janaba watchers are I did be a Mukas when you be a so consider and I said Liverpool early dinner about a game now. One for defender, I'm already Joe Gomez, Abamu Pel by. One more consider go, and then be a say about we are on your just attacking substitution. Why be pay any attacker, but still, one more consider go to Jumano Kwakoma, Roberto Di Zarbi, our Olympic Marcel, Asakeno, was already a Juan Di Zambia, and I said, you answer taking risk. I didn't know, Modia Jumama Kochi, why you Jumama just beyond all reasonable doubt, and will be a Jatumsa Kariko Safata. Now, what's up a saying, who are your Juma Kwakoma about for the and your risk, and a Mayu Frono, and some other Swamuteki. Now, Mayu Yasma Yake, and I wouldn't say, Casemiro was on one kind, maybe, Sir Bona Casemiro Bonado, some Jano Kwamanoko, but on one account, says, hey, Bo Pani. Now, when is a Bona Casemiro Abona and what temper? And to the best one, can you understand? I was almost saying, maybe a banner or the announcement about say a real season or any day. Next season, I can and as I say, and I know some Nabasiako. Now, strike and as a player, no matter what, so any part, I a captain now. You found Bruno Fernandes, I know, and I manage a Bonabaso Fernandez, I know. Now, Michael Carrick, you want to say, Bruno Ayobiam, sir, Omoko, Manimo, sir, consistency, Ombrasa, Twason Quandia, and you can some of Bruno, Echo. I was a Bruno, Este, because Bona, Codano, and some any Juma, I have Bruno Fernandes, and so Bona. Ebe pass on no and some abatwa so ye betie some coach ye fan some Michael Carrick no born the captain and some abaso no what the atuga coach Michael Carrick.
But certainly, yeah, in terms of the club and moving forward, it's difficult for me to get involved in too much of that. Bruno's definitely not someone we'd want to lose, I can say that, but I can't really what the summer or beyond that. It's difficult for me to kind of go too far with that, but certainly he's important for us, and he's definitely not one we would want to lose. Yeah, in terms of the club and moving forward, it's
coach Wontumi nkomu pi na mom ye ka players a Manchester pesa wo mu jai eya hwehan wo mu kwanya ye se player ye fa no se Bruno Fernandes and some other kan no and some aye ka kofi manager na so e je banana pen e wo show so na Shadrack some manager fa no sa Pep Guardiola and some Essex anopano me bono premier no na reason e ho ye ba ye behwem na manager na say Kemba Kasima mo ka obi as and Madrid no more than 30 something games from a bar. Woman can lead by 3 or more goals. Woman 4D, woman lose 0 bra. Woman be free in terms of China and yes, Man City betting come back qualify. And was some more democrat. When you know, be a Roma Julia Bassa come back a Belgian say, we play at the Man City. Nam Abia winning Nisabia Man City back come back. What do you tell us? Yentia Pep.
If they don't believe it's his problem. They are adults. They have a good salaries. Mom and dad, well educated. If they don't believe in that in Champions League, go home, stay home. We have to try it. What do we have to lose? In this room, there is someone bad for us. Are going to come back in Madrid? No one. No way. Madrid never come back in history. I don't know how many 50 Champions League never come back 3-0 knockout stage. Never ever. So, of course, it's a tough result. But we have I'm saying in that game, what happened today and Nottingham's and the first half in Spurs, it was 0-4, it was 0-2, and many games. If they don't believe it's his problem, they are adults. They have a good salaries. Mom and dad, well educated. If they don't believe in that in Champions League, go home, stay home. We have to try it. What do we have to lose?
Man City back come back Canadian Yamia Motana Mama Stadium what you pa Kofi na Democrat when a jiri so Madu da Shami and San City back come back when you know be no near Tessa back we come also Masada Rizam Obiase and 30+ games and yes Madrid and some Asla Kente there one more ever qualifying to the more winning more masem na Yamia Motana can be also no one of the GDS at Janos Ababam na Manoka manager for said Diego Simeone and coachy Atletico Madrid. All of coach no you can about 2 some weeks ago Emma Meka say one say on Inter Milan for the area Emma later Korea Faros Enrique Cerezo and some president Tabeka Simeone Abatuaso and I don't pay no one say Diego Simeone as of now I am 95% done. Sir manager stay Nyamiya Duma and I am next season one other crosswire Juma the Atletico Madrid Bobo Kuono na just a manager anywhere be alcohol na Shadrack Mame Barcelona all players and pay after some almost Sevilla 5-2 and open by recovery no and I say oh man should I training din be an timer one more drive area and just a facilities any amount for Pian Banco they will be a pay and autograph and some any day Masan Korane police Kalado and Koran I just a GL su Brabus su Kupray Bamni Atenkorano and some other but should be an just or condos capa na Chazam so say Radimo Biana and Krano so Togomo Chaniomana German say turning on say or Fanasa Flake I say Dintia and what game Oma Chesa Quadana Fanasa a year padri about 45 minutes no was some manager Kurana time one person by Sebia Quadanum about Bako now we're Prano Aquabani and a season so be a druno and we be here passer we be our best players and you know available Nuntina we can plan and say I was a padri about 45 minutes no I said your manager no so the Sunday tuga we be cash check akra ya be catch us manager Fanasa Flake no man edin come so be extending a contract and manager no why no mom you say na obeso hu sanya bi omo to abani wi a one Laporta ebeto aso and also be lose election no and now you can sell Laporta winning change bi ano announcement tababa say manager na eto aso ya juma as coach e my club you fan FC Barcelona e bi no one mo so mo che say you want to gasam about one no pay you be castle Laporta afana ejina be 66% no one mo say bi cross abeka ho no overall one Laporta ko 68.4%. 29%. And 29.5% Aquadema. We for the Victor Font and Chesena Laporta and some Awini. Man, moment Laporta. Bam aye Victor Font na entansi na presidential debate ni musadie wo musu tutu bomb amane omohono wala portam bam owura ye fan sa Victor Font ama chese video no ba obo sele na city ahono yeso bam ni moment ni ahana cameras I ready just a light any ade wo bom ni happen wala porta say Visca Albonsa ana aye Victor Font and so jeso Visca Albonsa na Font akacha wala porta say Champions League na fi I was second be also yeje ana wala portas oh yes I was here jaba the kind of say I was here Newcastle efrum say omo Newcastle efrum ansana wama ba dwe aye kramba fasoa wamo som araba je aye Champions League no enso aba ya to aba wi enti dia kan nyina no wamo kabom aye djuma no bako e wa bradia mensa kan se nyame ya duma aye 1st of July ana owura fa no say wala porta be resume aye na konya e na aye kasai wada som aye former president and some adama aye Barcelona na momo no where president elect amateur so rua ye fa no say Rafa Jaste ono and of course where president Ediama aye tim nyame ya dum na ye draw aye July 1 ana wala porta and some other zumi akunya no enom aye kakra free na so de ba wonsam no nyina no ye de ema ye to fa enano po say ye want to just odo bia say aye fans no and supporters no mo to abadema no ne ade ne na matre sampa said you know ebe share the project and ya ade nyina no monya gidi e woni mu asa de another term and some adama na obeso odo bia say a chesena ahode wo ho stadium no wo ba wie and what wo ba build a strong team bounce economy aye bisi basa no wo say yen country bia so ba recover ebiem and some aye say o ahode se ba say dia bounce wo mo titles one boys no ebe twi so because ahode e wo ho wonum say Andrew Onana and Wala Porta wo mo ye first time because Onana some akofa basa kakra onkoda ne mu no na Andrew Onana some and Wala Porta wo mo first time no am so for penny and some our phone so gina so chesem o mo twan for nyini ade abeto abonte ma screenshot no and some and no money ade anti Wala Porta no obo so Onana e base o baby chesem the first time and across Adaman ntina there's some say unu nya ebia basa na ya kono ebi o tire so chess ni konti Onana me backup goalkeeper abose by this time am say basa for no credi atem sebaka so Onana me ba tebia o ma bakem ayobu goalkeeper so no and some I don't know na report am me say kan na report say Madrid and some publish almost squad wo mo de ba aye Manchester and na makajo so betu na squad no good news and say Jude Bellingham I was squad dynamo and Kylian Mbappe and some I was squad dynamo na coach Alvaro Abello and Yakwadana over 18 years you found Diego Aguado where the Yakwadana share Madrid almost squad dynamo ama cheso china emsa bonus wo chances one some other Bonacao Ancelotti was the first leg na Federico Valverde ebo hat-trick no was so friend wo phone so abona baso pa Ancelotti say we catch Valverde say I am a yapa so when you're Brazilian kita Brazilian passport ka work up put them den manager Ancelotti says anka akurani your Brazilian sanka sa dan nkwano what be call up any yapa sa akurano and some any Brazilian amateur manager your fan Ancelotti and some abo aya akurana baso e wa brano pe no yere amte tane dia kan nyina no and some ante eba Mbappe no report to me nyane sa nyame ya duma France omo call up obeko France ever Brazil friendly, France ever Colombia, and also another friendly game. And no, ever so too much is in no, Manchester Mbappe be so and some other team no, and FC Porto, Gabriel Veiga. wɔn ɛsupporte ɛyɛ Diego Costa ɛyɛ Thiago Silva mesrɛ Thiago Silva no ɔnsɛm ɛbɛtɔ dwa weekend no mu sɛ ne maame ɛnso ayɛ nyame dia waka baabi ma kyɛ sɛ player no ɛmsɛ no awerɛhoɔ nko a ɛnam na wokasa yi ɔno nso ɔmo supporte apagya ne JC ɛde akɔ wiem ɛnso ɛsupporte ɛyɛ Silva ɛnɛ the oldest player wɔbɔ ɛyɛ Europe no ɔno ɛnso rekɔda no moment mu ɔdi sɛ ne yɛ na wɔ sɛ wɔn nso ɛde support mantini nyina no nsɛm no ɛno nso ɛno no yɛ yɛmfɛ sɛ brana so na yɛma kwama badwafoɔ no ma no afei yɛntoa so still live on Wontumi TV digital satellite and afei Wontumi TV live ano pɛi no ɛyɛ yɛnyɛ no afei abadwafoɔ no ɛmmra we are still live on Wontumi TV ne Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, live and also Mr. Anna BBI find it.
Oh, Nyame adom yawo. Good morning.
Say BBI cool.
BBI fine.
Also where there?
Yeah, kakra.
Oh, okay. Kakra ne
ento so ana
say na ho kakra de jalara.
Wontumi nyina pepepe ya. Nti obenya hoden kakra. Na when you knowledge no so kakra na sikano kre se ke kakra se sikano kakra tiasi ase o se me ka hodin kakra yansa kakra na ko nya sika kakra but sikano se kakra no ko asi form de ba no e meto de wo botom na metunu nua ko be bene nua ni botom
o be botunu nua he wo Steve Wana Michael so wa ha na full house momia na ntimwe
ya na ntia ko ya Gano dia eba no metuni nia esa na pressure ba me pese start on come no e Chelsea me o kakra Barca so this week a hot week pa na Pep Guardiola so we no ati ahwe na so nya ntenhwe Pep on tenhwe nkofo busa na say na Arsenal let go so say sa onya fana dwene ko no no bie e wa kire Pep is just crazy guy onum bie e wa kire ntu ehutuma let go through by as if he's joking mama starting in common no e Liam Rossinia hono ya pacho bo mekakra osan how many years e Chelsea Liam Rossinia
o se means
3 years
no mo biem dia ko
na me say biem enti bi odie num
o 6 of the 6 years
Yo, Rosu. Was I 6? It can 6. No, Uniamo Chelsea for you. I'm to say, do we didn't send what Tron, what to Brofo, and an express say, and then Massa con who fat. Boy, no one for papa. Liam Rossinia who fat. I don't just fast for Pocasa, and I know Moko Club World Cup, Wasako G. The Ocean Betis G. At the end of Muju, we are saying, me catch them say. You see your club president, but fans and you coach Eddie. Yeah, okay, come away. Oh yeah, Mr. Fans and you coach Eddie. See you be foul. You not trust. You do be quiet. You be forget my SK says. But at the end of the day, how do you sustain your job? A dear depend the okay, Chelsea fans. Me Chelsea fans and I can't pay, but me busampen in phone. A dear the pan, the moment you mamma Liam Rossinia, a be a Maresca, whom I saw be at the fence or Massa Jawasem, a blue code, no, that's what you are coming, sir. We can do a Chelsea fans be a poor boy, no stadium. We want our club, we want Chelsea back. These boys, you know, Yakusa so much as I say, but I'm gonna casa a woman put in for. So, Liam dear, Omunie, you'll take a critic.
It's not Chelsea anymore. It's not Chelsea.
Rossini papa honest no omo na di blue code no Chelsea pressure abamoso but the imagine me say Rossini na mo no ya ono onye bibia na di adwuma ne ma no that is why he has to admit say onye bibia na di adwuma ne ma no e ba ne sa no it's an empty trust ya Judy but jide na e wo ma no enyina bibia so but ya jide omo say ya adwuma no see Yesu ka be kire Peter Matthew 16:18 atamo busa ne suafo say me ne ho na Peter ka say wo ni Yesu no and I say wo so na be sima sorry dan trust na mpanimfo no de man Liam Rossini no on that trust confidence has to be built. Confidence in your building you're building through results, you're building through quality performance, or probably if you can have the both club on the magic. So Rossini did you hear about the results and all the performance on the neighbor? Now me two hypotheses. When was the last time an English coach be a fab project be fat and smooth? They call it GBB. When was the last time?
No, okay.
So now young coaches were a young coach be near the Jumana man or your English boy crying can young coaches were. So one will say that the dynamics around English football no one in favor young coaches. In favor English coaches, I mean the apex of the apex. Game no so no a foreigner in the room. So Michel Rossini, na maka say oh blue coat for do bet me back no. But for the fans to say yo Rossini ya it's a bit tentative. It's really a bit tentative yo. Fans no Gideon bet me nyama Rossini and engineer so I don't who be number what no. Other than that, if they are talking by the standards of Chelsea, they worry this guy. So fans they can somebody the standards of their performance, standard of their results, or the club in their casadia. This guy, Oman in Jumano, it be so patriotic, it be so PC. And at the end, go watch 10 minutes. All these comments and your results by in Kohonmu. Right now, you can say, maybe say Chelsea fighting for top 4 or Baby room, and now into my room. Now when Tina Mammy Ramwa, a dear Chelsea team will possess a target on person more achieve. Now week we are remedy a very tough week at the map up and papa. So PSG ba. And there's another big domestic game so I say channel. Because this say Liam Rossini on the contract of Chelsea or be ambassador but on the contract no.
Obsan no cranberry so almost say something one on to us next season. Because it is equally.
Jumari. Yeah.
One thing I want to say the same source as I almost say Per Luis Enrique Nemu. But the very same person so bad for interview.
Yeah.
But total control no per said the man will PSG. Now blue for you already say yeah mouse total control.
Ewo and
the ordinary man total control.
Oh yeah. So who are no? Me for now that's on be Jana Manako. Or me Jana Manako because na Pep first season in England I could see say. Some cost the open. Clubs of first season 8th and San over 4th. So being away first season we can leave it like that. But me say there are two hypotheses in favor of Macan was match away. On the issue of Enrique no. Yeah. Blue coat for the all levels of our game. I have my brothers here. Ask them. Yeah boy division 3, division 2, division 1, premier. Omo any bomu but omo sika kakra omutum. Omo de omo sika be football mu no. Yeah, omo ye who rough. Omo just omo nim coach no cry. Yeah, boy, no America. All levels from Division 3 bar. What do you call downtown baby? You'll be out to coach football. Now, sorry, you Robert John Mushabi. You said to see how coach or not to turn same. Sana focus so blue coat for no. They have money. I feel no bad game. To balling in the Crawford. How would you decide for them? Now the diet so passion and obenyescan. How do you want to decide for such a person? You so decide you fail it. Asan wa dribi say you are their friend technocrat. Adwuma wey decision wey obi ni decision. Na referee Paris mu nyomo yes ade na. Paris nyomo mu nyomo ye bi. And then we were brand ho aso. Amo boss dey say. Paris nyomo timuro na. Back. Afra kala fi brand ho aso. Laurent Blanc yes selection no na gina ho no we say. No mu nyina twe mo ko. But then obi nso baka ko kire ko ate Enrique Pipaso. No way. And Ancelotti mu nyina akọ PSG omo dey say ade na yomo. because I feel about bone. They think they know how on earth PG coaches some afar. Do you feel Enrique was the best coach or call for the first time? But they were interfering. Every decision being out of one day and out of for me. Also, could you say Kotoba? How many players are Chelsea come home? So they now feel say no, I feel you fail. Now you phobia. Chelsea squad we Wontumi can't show some average players. And Chelsea boys we only average players. Yet we all can say a more large room to grow. But who is that coach to grow them? We can say Enzo any potential any and Casedo who's any potential any. Say Kopame who's any potential any. And no Kopama born about to go no. Shadrako two about 2 shots be and now on the edge of the area no. Or body you to go. Na come Chelsea PH game no. 2 balls or the share Gigi Donnarumma. Kopama was short to confidence. Only confidence he say. Against PH no, he played like or the Messi akoma na Ronaldo mo akoma ni bi na wode yam. O share Gigi na o hwe nanim. Na pass ball na kotoneti nim. Kopama na obo wana aso am hold it here. Watch that go. Yeah, watch that go. So I was watch Kopama. It's as easy as that. No, go back to that goal. Yo, if you love this game, Shabona Kopama share no. Sabe, ya kasa kwasi ya shate no. Ahadi ya kasa asem no. Okay, on for goal nimra. How she goal? How do you make kasa kwasi ya sabe en shate no? Wa mo shot o, but check and radio no. O do box no person o ni ho popo o person bon power na ho ton kra. But that's not the Kopama no. I mean watch this. Yeah, watch this. Na we am ekele nyina na ye Kopama ne marketing kitibi. Ekwan Newcastle de bo ne fa so to Chelsea net no. Mani awu. Newcastle bo no. Ekwan me ensa so and na be fa so abe build it out there akọ. If there's any other alternative but 3 and a minimum. You play through the press. You play around the press or you play over the press. For Newcastle game na so. This is it. Newcastle born in here. Where Kopama de no bobo too good be. No, the guy has really yeah. You see the angle
was a clear opportunity.
Oh no, Kopama has really changed. He's changed. The shot boss no bobo to give him say na guy Donnarumma crowd unso no. Na boy na be drive open some shot. Yeah, Omame can Newcastle born was some shade kakra bi has mame. We say you play through the press, around the press or over the press. So Chelsea the pressure. Newcastle a buffer him fan. Patrick maybe a buffer. True. And it is the most dangerous. It is the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous for the third time. Yeah. Verticality. Nobody wants to offer verticality. From the keep another no. Say your opponent in the chroma, a choir F4 so the fashion. A straight to the no. It is a year why you stay narrow and compact. I know I can find chain 2 and 3 no now. Or 9 be able to hold the ball. It's a Lukaku. Or bet me a football no space or speed there. No ball over the top. Area come on. Say let me hit Vinicius more. Kai Havertz with me hit you over the top. Or you play around Baldi Cancelo Modienbi. But Newcastle are playing through Chelsea pressing. I'm even asking, are they pressing? When you pressing. Now when you are what it no at one Caicedo and James and more B. Apart from Caicedo and James Muna B, the 2 centre backs is more B. The collapse of the Chelsea midfield is so pathetic and it needs no sympathy though.
Wontumi.
Look at this. And you midfield in here, one person progresses the ball. Tino Livramento. Look at how he carries the ball. He is doing virtually he's carrying and progressing the ball. Ball progression, no, you're in the final third. Ball carrying, you're in the defensive third.
They okay, say. The goal scorer Anthony Gordon so can post match say and one was saying microphone name will be sir. He said it right after the game.
Just Esre papa Esre like it's funny. They are not even Newcastle say I say you go Fifi let's go watch it. Look at the centre back. Now when James Fifi no. James is pivot 1. 2 centre backs no be no. But before this ball got here, not James Reka said to me, I do know here. Say a fraud technical meeting Monday now company for them we reach our board so I will crowd we coach ya. I'm telling you by Liam Rossinia. Please. On one homo de yaw. Let me move away from this game now. And Full House. Now, Man City fixtures are one anymore. I can't see me in the chair say maybe Pep Guardiola and the time as soon away England.
Guardiola be say Obefi City wa bra one title the last season.
Yeah. This life and you many be has been systemized, but it just a back into fruition. I sound out deep when you could see so. Yeah, but we are so the BB by. Now quite the BB.
Oh, bounce 1 year. When the first season
now then I say Pep ni BB. Oh, so sad we are say about when you lose interest, you want to leave. You lose interest is when uni BB or BB sanfe. Obesoko. Yeah, they are check on na bro checking them. Ya check on na bro pa yeah na nam 49 no. Ya check on them. Okọ ne dem kro to bia won che. Ne mpa so kakra. Oni bibia o wiase bio. Or trying to free Mukona Kanempana Nana Mwafa. I think we are in the latter days of Pep Guardiola in England staying. Even more so, I start to Bassani Baye. Sabre Kwajina home about I have hard watch. Now me person rush because I can't few games. Na teta at me a triumph with Premiership. Now my general Pep also say ya odi owa bebe ye ni na chi obi na obetima ka se Pep onye bibia na say ma dwene chem se obi betu no so a it has to be the student e obetu no na me the impact no e compare Messi de kakra na ma wi me ka impact as what I say your legacy we have impact as a Wenger our legacy wo Arsenal but also impact the impact is a playing style the legacy is moving them from Highbury to Emirates. Pep Guardiola by no magic Premiership will be Man City, Mancini GB, Pellegrini GB, but what bet rewrite. Just say but he's a rewritten history. Before you rewrite a so breaking record, then you become the reference point of any achievement.
Yes.
Chroma there, you can't foreign there are fancy. Oh, you can't foreign there are fancy. Oh, foreign there are fancy. Why does the reference point of foreign now abeyawa? Not even on the stations how do I sports on pay you don't want to pay. But the reference point one almost consistency. So Pep Guardiola be the Mancini yo me the sa elevation no. Me the better to the Messi e Barca no. Elevation of the status of the club.
Me can Barca na abo Messi.
The obi bia you say be mu me yanko yo adam catch us o check Barca 10 days in one we am show. At some point, at one transfer summer, Louis Van Gaal to be catching Rivaldo say, "Oh, one Roman require me ba, but require me no say about something in yai, and no more nyai issue we say no." Because I tell you, but Messi has done enough, so I can't do BI so. Pep, he's not a reference point to all coaches. Now, I saw chim, Manchester, yeah, and the big headache. For Pep, Etihad for Pep are all cool.
Who replaces
Pep Guardiola? It would check the elevation now. What should you City? So say buying conversation City will be. PSG come on, Manchester come on, Liverpool come on. When you play at Ballon d'Or, what's left? Why Liberty Man City so much? But it's elevation we compare the Messi and your Barcelona now. You know, this is a big time for Pep to move and it's so called resting. Ateta League we are ya be the power. Also, my support to Ateta.
Yeah.
Otisha Pep only Western ball 1-1 no. Yeah. Me Fanta man ho to me pa Jimmy Fakao because Pep had gene
Wontumi
Obusa say let's go so let's go. I'm taking beer. I was taking beer.
Oboga cry. Wow, new me that say, my member Meza Hona Mezan so far na dear no. Rameza,
yeah. Interesting weekend of very good games, and I think the defining moment will actually be Premier League in the move. And the Ama make us asem na make us say adibia enim so obi nim ya etene de ba form no. Age na the ability to stamp his authority yaw on good games, top games, and make sure say many Pep Guardiola means that game you so. My results in ye, this is my identity, this is what I'm known for. And this Pep Guardiola really fighting for a league title will not draw against West Ham United. But yeah, I draw we are there and it is established. And there is possible 9 points between Arsenal and Man City. Medi can catch your hanum say the EFL Cup no Arsenal share Chelsea obeji. Okay, asem no.
Yes.
Mean to me the EFL Cup between Arsenal and Manchester City. Me have already said. Se me susu yemu ni ma adwi Ene the way Arsenal City bobo ni the way City team ni City bobo no. Me hu ni say Arsenal na beji. Asem we maka to be 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Nemo league ni dia na na ayese. Ba yaw ene league na dane. Enye yi. Minim kwa be fa so a ene na ade edi Arsenal echi so. There are certain defining moments in every single team time I was on DG League. Thomas Mancini Eddie Man City team DG League no. Na the game against QPR. Yaw. Thomas Mancini team Eddie Manchester City G League the game against Manchester United Old Trafford. Almost by 6 goals to 1 or 6 goals to 0. At the end of the day, that proved to be the difference between Man City and Manchester United that season. It's trophy ni ko ha. Na ba. But we are saying how many goals difference in a City DG League no. It team bia one specific match or DG League. And I think this weekend Arsenal the Everton team na G League no. So our favorite team na league now. For example, now Manchester City has 2 crucial games. Anko be here free Arsenal be drop points. 1 or bo Arsenal with yard. Ya fan so wa Arsenal how many points? 3 no agi ana meboa. Osaso wa an outstanding game meboa. O share no so wasadi say 3 points. On Arsenal difference in be say 6. Now emo 6 na to aso Samia New League difference in be point be. Enya Everton game na Arsenal share 3 no. E so mu 2-0. That will be the game. That will be the game. And this is the first step of Arsenal overcoming the fears of Manchester City, being rightly behind them. This is the first step. Yow, psychologically, na Arsenal through. Let nobody lie to you. Pep the Hubiato. Newton Kazamanda, or Pep Hardrino, or the Hubiato. Obiaso or England on more. And it is true because Ninuma and I don't want to Obiaso. There is no way you can doubt Pep Guardiola when you are playing in the same league with him. Unless you are not being truthful. This is your own pen or crank can crack. We know bit to say Pep Boliga. Timmy found sense you won't can't was a Pep the Usuru. To say those days are Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho when you are playing in the league. Yow, Timmy found sense you bo and Casemini Ferguson will league Muminsuro. These are natural instincts and a reality at the but it is up to you to change that. And I think first step, Arsenal be relaxed from now to the end of the season. Now Arsenal can play games without pressure. Arsenal be to relax book games, book games, no, or masumbe jomo.
Say 8 more matches.
Yeah, relax ball. Like you see, as a BB, and like after everything, as a BB from Abetio. There's a sign of relief. Now, relax, and when you relax to play your game, you perform much more better than when a blood pressure down also. And I think for Mikel Arteta, may yaw. Obeka say be an own pass and asem, umpe Mikel Arteta asem. Babeka fide dem na me catch you say. And your coach ba ko pin ebeti mi adi league title, any Champions League diama Arsenal. Obeka wo fide dem. E wo so ame.
Yeah.
Me say Mikel Arteta pen. But yaw, as to the timing and the seasons, I think at a moment in time, I thought this season was not going to be that. But today, I'm fully convinced that this season, a Arsenal season to win the league. That is all. But it was a weekend of rising stars. Ebini why Max Dorman. Yaw, akuraketuana de no be any Kaime Federico Makeda. Manchester United near Aston Villa. E mo yire din the United lose game where you cry or draw cry sematon. Then there comes Federico Makeda. Akurareswa or Danen who are no a page aboard their show. Yaw, if you walk on a man, Makeda dim biom. Makeda Bobo Nibi, no Ira, Makeda Bobo Nibi. But I don't think this kid's story is likened to Makeda in terms of how will be free system in him. In terms of the moment, it is linked to Makeda. But yeah, I think Opo will be a what talent a bit me show forth in the next few years. I could have we can be. I'm not kidding at all. How do you come to Oba game? No, for Aiden and Max Dorman. I could have to Oba game. yaw from the 74th minute na what me a total number of best 7 progressive carries, more than any other player in the game. 1, it shows confidence. 2, it shows your quality. So progressive carries by Arsenal forwards. Eberiche is 6, Bukayo Saka 5, Noni Madueke 4. Almost but I could always buy direct. A Tracer 1, he's not afraid. 2, are you ready for the stage?
And 16 years.
And yo, the technical ability, top notch. You see, unju hunia. Bobby on my Wontumi kasa be pedabo mudia ko e de atumi kasa medical create chance. Now look at baby a ode cross ne to ye. Senka Shadrack betime nya sa video no apose baby a o decide so the ball ne beto that zone no. Yeah, it is not easy. You see, people may try and say it was just a cross into the penalty box. But in this scenario, I think for Max Dorman, or targeting who say, "Born now, baby, I'm this zone now, me born a quack to yaw." You were 2 Arsenal players, you were 1 Everton player. Some bottle sa zone now. The probability say, "Omugo keep paribe piabano." I was so. Never be the ball, the toy, pampa, and it was up to the goalkeeper to get to the ball. Nesa so into me and Cabono, then Panay. Then the confidence that corner kick in the counter attack. Yeah, I've seen so many players pass this ball.
Obi cry was my goalkeeper vefa.
Obi so no appear the terrace keeper Pia and some abobonda. But the confidence to be calm on the ball, dribble 1, dribble 2. Yeah, the ball not quite the ball not quite to net. I think this is a good time for Akodano to showcase and this Arsenal Major League title now. On bet me a pinpoint. Yeah, look at the confidence. First said that. Or the beating. Look at the quality. Or the weak foot as soon as I trade the second player at all. The weak foot. And this is brilliant. Brilliant. Obesisa game need my Arsenal totally. And it was another weekend for Rio Gomoha. Or completed 7 dribbles. Yeah.
The whole team had 12 dribbles. Or no, 7 out of that. Yeah. 12.
And Kodana Bako de shiny Emma Bakwa Prakoji League. The Bako de so was shiny issue at the draw Akoba against Tottenham Hotspur. And that is a position Liverpool are really lacking, especially playing from the left wing. After some Mujai Luis Diaz Quino, or Munya Papa Biama, Kodigapo, there was a true boy yesterday, Allison Abobo, and first control now pan and Asiko. And Slot looks dejected. Yaw, and not drawn a boba. Oh, had on a Liverpool Spurs game now. Oh, had a boba. A boba also to me, her boy, who's a boy, a cat, and a benyo, a beyond an game next city. And that is really worrying. But Akodano finds himself in a certain environment where I believe, under a very good coach, other than Anslot, yaw, any pressure will almost no. Akodano will be to develop it. Pa quality. But yaw. Manchester United, Aston Villa 3-1. Now the top 4 race in Mubi. United beat Aston Villa more than they play top 4 3 points. United beat Chelsea 6 points. And United beat Liverpool 5 points. Meaning say that was a very good statement from United in their quest to see a qualify for Champions League. Because omo play for Champions League in the back United and the boy. Now in the league, United are Chelsea was Arsenal. United are Chelsea was Man City. United are Chelsea was Aston Villa. United are Chelsea was Liverpool. And was Chelsea. It teams now only more pray for top 4 ni nyina no. What team do ne ho to baby a Chelsea league no obetima qualify. But yaw, most United fans were crying and chanting say, "Oh, Casemiro 1 more year. Oh, Casemiro 1 more year." Yeah, mamo nada mo ho. Wa boria onko. You see, yaw, Adeba kwa ha United pa the fear of experiencing a new thing. It's no mutimi holding on to players in Kofobi more channel. You see, United left Garnacho off the hook. Abraham man for complaining baby. Say, oh, Anna United, why I say, Anna United, why I say, Anna United, anything I'm rush for the call, anything I'm Garnacho. But yaw, assistance now. Obiara if you say United Garnacho coins on go. Obiara if you say United Jamakushas for coins because Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, any different thing about yaw. Manchester United, let me say, some is when you and some way pan and who says come spending in terms of the attack. it gives them a brilliant stage. So imagine so they are compete for the top 4. But now Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, Nimbo.
Now Bruno Fernandes. Fantastic by our standard. Obebuza said, can he break the Premier League all-time record? Yeah, 8 games to go. Aka 5.
It's me, I am bro. So the here say, yo, assist me. So the pass me must strike and no shot, and I say player and shot, and they assist too. So bet me anya even 8 games. No bet in the 2 matches I heavy. The
rate now assisting. No man who assisted 10 in 11 games. Yeah. 8 near possible so bet me break his record no.
Ono the na make sure say enye won no. The also one my final product no to net anymore no.
And the issue is if you have players like Cunha, Mbeumo, Sheshko, the probability so bet me ayen was row. By how teams no. And we had Jagolish snap or quarter to one say nah absolutely brilliant. Yow her pass no the man Matheus Cunha. She pass no the man Matheus Cunha opedianity no atimutu na born ko the best playmaker in the English Premier League. There is no doubt.
Mate. Okay. Bruno the best playmaker in the Premier League according to
no doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mate. Now Steve Bray, we are not Mike and so Abba.
Yeah, very interesting weekend and a lot of storylines are in some youngsters grabbing the headlines and in the Spanish La Liga and so Real Madrid. But yeah, I'm struggling to come into terms why Madrid always all the time find their rhythm at the business end of the competition.
Madrid follow.
I said, but so I'm very careful with Madrid. Whenever the conversation of Madrid ever, look at how they dealt with Manchester City. And then Guardiola can't say maybe say, you don't believe a comeback. Why would they believe in a comeback when they are talking of Real Madrid? When you are talking of comebacks in the UEFA Champions League, your clubs here. I'm not sure in Italy, Man City didn't be. So many doubt I would team be only by 3 no back to the Etihad Stadium. It shouldn't be Real Madrid at this point of the league season. Domestically, they were even struggling, dropping some points. And Omachi Echi. I show them 4.
Video
a classic of a goal. And I know so definitely this will end up as the Puskas Awards. Because the distance our the ball no. Matthias De Tero, that is the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Never anticipated say at that point Gullet better take it that goal. Look at where they won possession.
Or far but on 1.5. Normally you are the time when you know halfway line. That is the center line.
Normal try it. Because at that point you push attack. Our Real Madrid so. And a good like Ajibo. The typical Real Madrid style of play no. And yes sir. So we'll be dreams okay. We'll be opening up space. No are finding the right path. But to locate the goalkeeper distance no. Any adding the right power to ball no. Say anchor over the crossbar no. A thing of a genius art. This is a superb goal. And me per contender every to me we me potential goal of the season. Me debema other good and the time they are finding their rhythm, Miss Rowe. Udin common France. You see PSG boys and they say omo pese omo ye the treble. But on their way, share Madrid and Abaya I walk home baby. So I'm route to the final no. Madrid the boss here heavy will be share Bayern Munich. Say Madrid qualify or Bayern qualify more come anymore. Even if should Liverpool even qualify, which I feel they will not. Naso Moko share
Liverpool Galatasaray.
Yeah, make Liverpool as na show early part in the season. But man GND. Na mo say me tire and a slot. Me who coacher onya dia me hunu ntem onim ne opeso oya de oye na ankasa no onim de oye
kintinye se bia coach no nya de but ase de oye no
onim de oye eni ntibe ma de no onim de oye me
coach re ya de but onim de opeso oye.
I think it was in the 8th game of the season I'm catching say and this season the guy will struggle because of changing Liverpool style of play and I know what. So near Madrid and at this point Misro kakra but the Madrid no to nchen Barcelona so creating need for them I will more come now
yeah so I'm come back 12 games
yes share 2 games Sevilla boy proud to this game you know said this is a real contest game no any easy ma Barcelona at the come now Sevilla played some wonderful football Ago Adams you know a key part of omo game Sanchez, they are doing very well. But at the come now, they end up being battered. We are real permanent. See, I watch baby per bow and in blues. That is what happened at the come now. And so, see, in your 2 top Spanish side, you know, more form at this point when we are talking of the UEFA Champions League there. Whoever is in line, you need to resort to prayers. Whoever is on that road, so be sure. Newcastle for you, the least they will concede will be 4 goals. Because Park no so Spain when them say so or get sepa or one say no so I say Northern Ghana na. Ka say Mike no ah. Into omu biemu a. You can't. Very few clubs any team kwa ha. Omu nyo mu trididim. So Newcastle the no your first league no omo ma na your contest but second league no I don't think say a contest 2 Spanish boys no ayi omuti now ya come as Doma but the nipa me the credit na mana ono na beje Arsenal league na mo no David Raya before goals in the buy no he was the savior. Everton came so close 3 occasions on Meshe it was the goalkeeper. Me say you can't even pray for the title with a weak goalkeeper. Inti Arsenal bra no mo bre, Liverpool bra no mo bre ni nyina no. O de hwe omo nyina change goalkeepers. Inti Simon Mignon le baye bibi enne ochena ya asemfofro. Carriers Jesus baye bibi Judas Inuano. No abaye bibi fofro and omo change. Manchester City had to be changing goalkeepers. Even Real Madrid omo ho chiro omo Diego Lopez bi ba ma Casillas ne prano ko kan se ekoye dane man tokwa we chiro ho ba bi ana Keylor Navas be dem omo nya stability kakra and omo di win and San Lakoto will take you over. So you can't be that successful in football so person will GBB without a good goalkeeper. Arsenal are good omo nye team omo ye vibrant sa and into the Nkrofo here discussion about the forgotten heroes are. Same here, the Invincibles and they do omo common. Arsenal team we do omo common sa. Omo nye Premier League winning team I best spending time to discuss them. But one man out of the group will be this goalkeeper. I think Unai Simons a big competition. And I wouldn't be surprised at the World Cup Luis de la Fuente would choose to use this goalkeeper.
They say the over number.
Yeah, oh yeah, no. I don't near Juma was a goalkeeper here. So the discussion of ball play in this area is made to catch the ball from entering the net. That is what he is doing for Arsenal. And throughout the season, he has proven it. And the story is very fascinating. From where Horizon Kakra, Luis Enrique managed the opportunity. Even Spain was who is he? Obia Nimnosa. But he's proving to be the man. So Arsenal Belgic League in every near mat trophy so at the Emirates Stadium. He will be the man because check Arsenal players this season. Now check stats in the league. Top scorers, they don't have a player there. Top playmaker, and then you have Bruno Fernandes. But baby, Arsenal, enya a core, and the clean sheet. And not down to almost defensive solidity alone. But the exploits of the goalkeeper in ports, one-on-one situations,
So no all the highest clean sheets 15. Our top major leagues now.
Yeah.
He's the goalkeeper of 15 clean sheets.
So he deserves to be number 1 for Spain. Spain for no BB. But the competition this guy is having in UEFA Champions League, in the Premier League, I don't think they Nubina Una Simos Enya with Aleko Bebao. So should there be any goalkeeper for the World Cup? Spain for actually be Casillas by Omunya Pepe Reina, Omunya Valdes. They had that trouble. But I feel this gentleman approving on you. Dominus Sobosla, I take a shot at its manager. But players started Casasea. There are two things involved. Either you change the manager or they speak to their agent to find the next available club for them.
Because it's a more qualified conference crowd, some of Jituna, Monsen Fatano.
And that's some no can make a player self-critical. I say, idiot. We should embrace the Conference League or skip Europa League. But my Canada.
And there's some come down. What's it?
They can't win any trophy. You see, as some no can baby Falcon. They don't trust the manager anymore. Into that voice, that face, the personality, no, they have to get rid of him.
Both freaky can just out to net him. Matana wa kwa bako kwa sasa.
Me
bo Mike was it? Unless Nelly wa wafa win 2 up.
Debbie or set 2 goals. On set 2 goals.
I saw 2 up.
Debbie and 2 up. On set 2 goals.
Ah, like one of 1.5. Okay. Liverpool no set 2 goals.
Set 2 goals. Unim sa wo ye me.
Kafra. Oma sere ni oma no. You ketwa mo ka wa boro na.
Unim sa wo ye me.
If na Spurs benya point every any other venue, I knew it was going to be at Anfield. Yes, I knew it was going to be at Anfield. They are that bad.
Liverpool pamwana slot no monfa ego tudo na basa be sake and flick afa ego tudo wo Mike Bray
fancy me da say e pepi na me pe say me this story say to the AC no, but then I think I'll do more statistics anything before I book the buy no. Now where do we start from? Michael Carrick on my Michael Carrick before he joined United. When Carrick joined United, no, about 21 matches in the season. United had a goal difference of +4 and then 32 points. Now, say, Man U about 30 matches, which is 9 more matches since Carrick joined. Our goal difference of +13, which is 9 more. Then 54 points, meaning when you have 22 more points at the account. Let's strike the average. 32 divided by 21 amount approximately 1.52444 edukonenim meboa. So it means before Carrick joined under Amorim and Fletcher, Manchester United point per game 1.52. Now Carrick added 22 points now by in 9 matches. 22 divided by 9 amount 2.4444. So it means under Carrick their point per game ratio are appreciated from 1.52 to 2.44. Statistical improvement. And the difference is United's placing on the Premier League table were jumping from 7th to 3rd. Then Wama team or Tuan is on a 3-point gap in the crucial race for Champions League football next season. This is impact. That's no. And then you feel no impact. So before the appointment of Carrick, United were like Europe but now United are like Champions League, a difference in stance. What this means is that it does a lot for the planning of the club. United could go Europa League, players will better target it, and even the expenditure on the team, because the expectations in terms of revenue, Champions League guarantees you making more money based on just your appearance in the competition. And again, you can double your money by virtue of performance. So what Carrick has done does not just change the sporting fortunes of the club, but also transforms the club from the financial point of view. Nti say omo tena say ehwe book mu etro blue ne red no, if they are making those financial projections, they will now target more money due to the impact of Carrick. But I think there were any no a basic correct basic issues away United team and yet dear bradwin into as yes be please understand the context. I am not discrediting this guy, but under Morim no I tinti wa bombing free taduku nti do dia bonit onti obia. But under Carrick, he's just corrected some few issues with the United team. 1, structure. 2, approach. 3, reversing player roles and positions. And there's some more Fernandez Abaso. Akumiaso Ama 11 assists in the last 10 games, meboa. And your role change and positional change. Exactly. Casemiro, role change, positional change. So he's corrected the basics. On an overhaul of the tactical shape, the structure, and the play of United. He's just tweaked and he's gotten the results. But I also think on the pitch, I know coaches any results are your characters be what pitch and that's why they transform them and then they are to pepper. It is not just because of his coaching, it's because of the playing body, the personnel. City don't have leaders, those with character to transform things. Emremoya dia Kevin De Bruyne ajebo nebo Osisano. Company shot to be a boy in the Premier League against Burnley. And I'm not in the teammates. Don't shoot. I will shoot you. Exactly. That was the last game. Yes, so you need characters to even take the bull by the horn and transform things around for team no. Until they help Pep Bebre no and the tactics but players no one. Excuse me, but they are not comparable to David Silva, Money, De Bruyne, Money, Gundogan. I saw City come back from 2-0 to overturn a game. I think it was against Aston Villa last day at the G League. So character, leaders, and Carrick has some on the field of player. I'll speak to 2 in there, but I think in defense, Harry Maguire. In the middle, Casemiro, and then also Bruno Fernandes. Then he's thrived on a more dynamic and explosive attack. Dynamics, and say Omoboni say Namfa, the Shesko Bemua. He gives us a different approach. And we already have a creator in Bruno Fernandes. In fact, statistically, we Federico Di Marco of Inter Milan, no player in the top 5 leagues in Europe has created the most chances this season. Di Marco is 25, Fernandes is 24. And he said Di Marco ne chain Fernandes just 1 chance created. So if you have Bruno who can create from open play and set play, then the multi-dynamism of United's attack is going for either Shesko or Mbimo. A Boamo to change the approach when it matters most. Wontumi. So Carrick has depended on the leadership and then the experience of these 3 players. But let me speak to 2. Fernandes, the end of that. Overall assist in the Premier League record in 20. Thierry Henry in 2002-2003. Then Kevin De Bruyne 2019-2020 season for Arsenal and Man City respectively. And now at this rate, will Fernandes catch them and no issue? He can do it easily or even go better. But my problem is, they all achieve tangible success with their teams in that same season. Kevin De Bruyne, Thierry Henry, Mo Salah, last season or G League. Then again, you go through the list, says Fabregas or more. Now, where is Fernandez's tangible success to prove his quality? And only no. The timing, the platform. He joined United at the wrong time. I have seen players far less talented than Bruno Fernandes who achieved success with Man U. Meha Meninka, Darren Fletcher, Bono. No nyadie. But again, if you are talking about the period of success, United Nyaya, Fletcher was part. Again, he found himself at the right club at the right time. Unfortunately for Bruno, time or the it does not measure up to what he can deliver. So success no be pim obe bo emba. That is the problem. A Drew Sana, you need to leave.
Wontumi.
Sabe Fabregas mu ina no. Nenye so mo ye pesemin kuminya. But they needed to leave for an environment that will crown their brilliance with success. And Bruno Fernandes, now is the right time. Or say, no, if there is an available platform to give him that, even if a Premier League uncle, if there is an available platform, a man the onusu here, Edia Peja ne pedigree no football man, because without winning, the pedigree no will never rise to that level. Obeyet said yes, since obetimi aye kra mana bro, but a boy was a unye dimu no unyanesa. When Van Persie needed to be crowned as one of the greatest strikers to appear in the Premier League, he exited us now and joined United. Instant success, impact, achievement.
So Bruno to City, Bruno to Arsenal.
City has no better playmaker in their team now than Bruno. The best answer to Kevin De Bruyne is Bruno Fernandes.
Yes.
Oh, Sheki, yes, good, okay, I don't have a problem. Sheki, you're very talented. But in terms of creating abilities, you can't say creator, oh, Pempi, Nani, the Obejibo, not train, no way you skills catch it. If you combine the assist of Haaland and Sheki Bomua, and Drew Bruno there for this season, Sheki was 8, Haaland was 7, Okaboma 15, Bruno was 16. So he's a better creator, as I said, across Europe. Player back open channel, and that is Federico Di Marco. So I am telling you, say, instantly he improves a team and take them to the next level. Next year, Casemiro. It's a swan song. A final curtain. We are chasing a baby and Babion. Joy. For 3 reasons. He was already playing well under Amorim, but Carrick has tweaked a little thing. Sharak Mboye, Casemiro's impact. Near Shadia, you better set pieces later if time permits. But let's tackle this. Touches are Onya, and then the areas in the pitch and on the pitch are Onya's touches. No, then we can make that argument as to whether I said the assassin about the ball the airbuano. Tactical flexibility. Amorim tintinti. Oh, what the Bruno Quenim no boy befa. Carrick say no, okay, fine. Mami push Bruno Kwani and Shadia, so check. Area of the pitch, attacking third, Michael Carrick. Casemiro and Michael Carrick, 16.8 touches. Attacking third near opponent ne half. Exactly. Casemiro is having more touches in the opponent's area than he did under Amorim.
Under Carrick, no.
Yes. Under Carrick is 16.8. Under Amorim 11.1. Middle third. He is having fewer touches now because he's allowed to go forward. Into orange Nemfinfi or Wenim. Into check here under Amorim. Middle third touches near 41.5. But under Carrick, a drop about 36.2. So it means Casemiro is more forward than Infinfi Honum. Now check. Ute 16.8. No, there for 6 Nika 36 and saying 42. Meboa. Is it not the same around Amorim touches no nyano? Okay. So what he says 36 one. 42. So it means 42. Under Amorim, Carrick has tweaked certain things about Casemiro's presence on the field. Okay, create an option. But not just that, without the ball, you'd be a disruptor. Say opponent ne ball no benyano. So that they can't even build up against us. At times, I say the best form of defense is to attack. If you have one of the best defensive midfielders in your game, push him forward. Let him try to retrieve the ball, even before opponents never build it. So these are the tactical tweaks. And players like Bruno, Casemiro, they have brought on board their quality. But more importantly, they have brought their experience and leadership to transform Carrick and what he's doing. And no. Arsenal the end there obia dafu for ebedi nkomo but Liverpool and their vulnerability. I have said this Minister Voyake a coaching. Sebe okoto onwanu ma. A mechanic it means Slot cannot give what he can't offer. The Liverpool they need character, they need consistency. Consistently, Slot has shown that he's not the one to guarantee consistency for Liverpool. And to check it third way, games are Liverpool a lead and now or more draw. Oma concede goal after 90 minutes or in injury time. Remember Montreal, Crystal Palace, they conceded after 90 minutes Omulusu 2-1 against Chelsea. Estevao, they conceded after 90 minutes Omulusu 2-1 against Manchester United. They conceded in the 84th minute. Then they lost the game by 2-1. Leeds United, they conceded a last minute goal injury time. 3-3 against Spurs. 90th minute they conceded. Another list. They have conceded against Manchester City, leading 1-0. They conceded late goals. Into matches, no, 7. 2, a draw. 5, they lost. Car point in the boom, they had here.
Wontumi.
Again, compare Liverpool's first half and then their second half. The ability to deliver consistently will come from the inspiration from the bench. Compare Liverpool and Arsenal, then the contrasting fortune is Arsenal are having more bench players coming into the game to transform their fortunes. 12 goals from substitutes this season. Liverpool, they are conceding more in the second half. One coach can refer to his bench and impact the game. Another coach cannot impact the game, whether he makes changes or does not make changes.
Mate.
Liverpool's vulnerability, conceding late goals, and the chief cause, none other than Akwana Endra. He got to the Messeno. No. Was he got to the Cochiano or Cochiato? Exactly. Anna Slot is Liverpool's biggest problem.
Mate.
And addressing it a bit warm.
Okay, Bray, Capo, Brana, Cecilia almost say no James in training. Estevao a training, Gittins no James in one. James watching as a James in movie. I was say
more match. I want to throw you if I say yes, I
don't ask a Galatasaray among qualified.
Oh, that will I Liverpool.
Whoa, young Quay.
Well, fancy Yerem na yenu komaka crabs and China Black Stars of Ghana. World Cup preparation go so into announcement squad no. Ye train say coach Utu Ado at the announcement and by ball against Australia or Vienna and over so on the 27th of March and a boss game area and I traveled to Germany na fia ko boss game no and so na bibia timako na report and say coach Utu Ado this week and what day the squad ebeba na squad no there man for routine for say ye day Andre Ayew eberim na for no I can report about the squad that I submitted the Ghana Football Association so we shim na we and the Yakobo friendly in yadi say Andre Ayew the dean and so our squad and obetimi aba abonteni no e nkoma kakre fi the Black Stars of Ghana yen squad na so e the banti week ye as a coach Otto at the squad beba MTN FA Cup Kevin Nkrumah Ejini Dean weekend you Cape Coast 3 goals at the media ma extra time on and the goals ni nyina and so esu ye na say against Atram the Visa crowning in Bono a boy pa dia grow to tontena ema goals ne die na efepa boss or the two na tinyina no na timi say e come no e abrante Kevin Nkrumah after the game Kevin Omusane say saying and 3 goals and easy to score 3 goals Kevin Eddie to just say I no necessarily man of the match na 3 goals ne die no more amiki sure say extra time ne dey do a wo mo every winning game no and travel to penalties ye betie Kevin Nkrumah kakra or the tudwa
in a game to say and I thought for me to be Belu club as I smash a hat-trick.
Man Jones say meet me have a hat-trick there but Dad Jones say meet me a should go if say me Benjamin man say baby should go and I am in so abwa me mama to me I should go
into over celebrating the same we know over celebrating win we say
send any dad and I send a win via by any many teammates in send a na
congratulations Kevin Nkrumah. So
Edema Media Sporting Club. I know we are to Atram the visa coach Gordon Atram. One of the on your red card game in the game we na here Gordon Atram and Kobe we game in the power but 20 me and we game in your red card into a Kotna stance in Umneja na o monitor game no coach from her and so Edeba and no air free o maso Edeba na omu goalkeeper no solid goalkeeper said no pano me don't come Edebre no the way Abrantia friend Abdul Manaf Ibrahim AC saves Endra na 101 na where you ball no ye ka ball anzo a onim chinim ball a chese 101 action ya goalkeeper ebe ye player ba wasan atwe Adreno, I'm say Abdul Manaf, serious goalkeeper, and Ra or Jenny D. Elhopa, and Kakri Freeho, everybody wants some Edinburgh games, of course, now, or I said a new man soon, ACT dreams, Omo, and so it's me qualify, I will move home, and normally out of Lions, about 1-1, penalty kicks, and normally call 4-3, I will move Eddie Coleman, now, coach, Erika Kratuja, for Dorman, Akasa, we're really our more call woman, now, was in any edges, Oma advancing to the next stage of the competition, coach. In take a crowd to that.
Of course, the performance demonstrated by these lads epitomize the true spirit of this club, the philosophy, the belief of this club. Still belief, because look, the first half we're off color, right? And we have to switch some tactics. We have to do some tactical adjustments, and then the second half, the team looks solid in terms of the defending, and we begin to open them up. We created some decent chances, and we got the equalizer, which we deserve it, on the stroke of 90th minute.
And there's a one seven and a Diana for Bomade, woman so take my liberty to a bomber coming and sa, or Mentimante, Shoba Resticano, Pano yet in a voice, by Nemo, Yebe Rum, Nafi, Techian, or no Ekasaka, according to the Diana Stars, Omi Chairman, Mr. Techian, and say, Oma qualifier, Womo call. Now, after Oma qualifier, Woman Rum or the semi final, Nemo, Domo, and it's Omojia. South Africa no be call no money no be problem sika e ho pa nti se ba ne se o maji o mo be call Africa no dey problem bia nso enu we start sharing tender e kasa the way etu do ma ready for Africa.
Ghana dey do bien say ye dis sika from brother ye ko bank we use card dey change for dey discount check enti say wa 22 ni ho na ha to no dey wa ho dey dey kire oro dey o ho dey je qualifier ye dis sika from brother ye be kon same
Nkoma ifri onom ede be do nsam no ede ba na say Mr. Techahin no I'm say Mr. Techahin there nya asem gbetu akra adwuma no wadi achi pa nations any brekum Chelsea Samuel Wadu SI antimi anko nanimo Africa PD nanim senko no anemo nations penalties 4-3 and nations omo at advance omo ko mani Razak Simpson captain of my team no obusan say sign anu am city also omo target for the season there afi anu omo remo omo ko mani nemum on Gazembia BBC ba league no so ho mo hwe se competition no ano hye Africa bo mo hwe na yebetie kakra Razak Simpson editudwa on target for this season nations o target anything if you are there by don't sem and so the bana friendly games ni because so omo man bo Africa no as mobi ana kotokonzo mobi omo de friendly games ana omo tenafie e boy na Oma Bobby Afrim and Tiomo Evan says here. A weekend in American, so Oma Bobby this weekend. And DBB United, Esho 4-1. And no a friendly game, of course, so Anna Hassan, so about golden cakes, and also golden cake for Chomuchoma Kabakwa, woman Timmy Auntie, and no a said friendly games are, of course, weekend D, and so AC at TNT, Murio Manese. Komono di ku see ya eno no na ye the national championship na wi nkran game no e Cape Coast St. Hubert's player na say omo erana no omo sprinter Blessed Osu ono and 45.44 seconds in the 400 meters in the 2026 and a 20 World Athletics Championship US of A ono adijina Ghana and so an empty no kakra ye dia banti ye fancy na be fonto aso
wo ye la say kapo ni omo mi enkoe
ya me share ye athletic championships na conso Baba Sports the last week, you know. As far me catch them when say we are in a country in terms of sports, Yakopon Eshrai pa we don't really struggle to have these guys out on the field. Naturally, omo to be carrying someone I know watch no and a pie ba say I know about two and crying make a serious. Omo na no watch her now and I be here remove it from my dear and to me. Sometimes I see them in the morning and I feel say, oh, these ladies will be serious problem. No young coaches be it's our guys and it feels like they don't want to do I say maybe be no but yeah, omo kasa from the ombe to me no. Say 4-5 months and opa bia who gigi baby ada kapom koto gari adua wosoro no. Ho na omo ye train no ba. And omo from there and omo ye train na ba be do this stage indigenously. Kuchuru. But stage na boys we mo kono. Now on represent akoma dan bia wo. Ghana. Jobi ye bia na no me who athlete na ne ma me hage no. Sin who be student no me who say ne ma me hage no say oh about time ne nso no. Ne mpa obobo nyina no ba bia adu no. Sabe American take it as a couple car story. Ayayem share. But we want the government to understand say boy we you no so sa bear 10 ebetum the be. I give you there was one lady and but in the free toy. We can only Cape Coast. Yo, asa no ma. And I call back or share video on the button in free toy. Ha! Say video the button in free and no I can abnormal. Baba ya la say no. O tu te say ya to bo adi omo to break na button ko free toy no sa o be say na hokoye. So when your opportunity and flexing the full strength. But Obia can say, ni take off. And how I was straightening the body, no. I could be more watching cry useless. So Obia a grinding the chin, hoping say, that's how we build that chin. We can do Cape Coast, on a Gaza, no, St. Louis, Lady, no. Yow, me will feel me and join cry say. At some point, I felt some move back on my channel, you crammy beer. And technically, I am sad. Some American no pay for my Shadrach. Let me say a topic. Share lady back on account on the button if you to no. Met me say technically or penny Gaza no. It has to be a penny no. Once American make us a man over can come take it off 1 2 yeah forget it maybe you. Wow. So me take yeah. Come take it off 1 2 or share on the Gaza and the wrong or penny no. Come out here, say 2 steps na ko lady no. I loved it. No we no. I don't send furniture so we cry. Oh yeah say. No me who say I can game no. Oh yes. Meaning say all running in the heat of it. Who na dream. Hey. Oh we no yeah say. Oh yeah say chire no chire. I say look. We menya like a government and wa fa omunyina na kokko dwoma gu Kenya. High altitude no. No mu yaw eki awie because o ma fi feed do o mo doso America nya fe ne be akiri ye de akiri wa say students bi awie asase ye na polytechnic na university abeduru ye ne namu a me kra na catch civil say so we kan ketenkete e na mo we sita kwatena wie no civil ni me catch no na so me enko akoma ho ne enko ho me ne pe lunch bi no so ko hwe America bi until I saw them on TV. Yeah, we are blessed to have these guys coming nya ni mienu a America ni mienu I come enjoy screen so. Na back on account the referee dey kakra. Em say ebini. Na omo chire me weekend we say still you lose talent yaw. Gaza na oye ha say no. What? Or the competitor and the rival dey back no. Oh now we've gotten some talent here. Omo here full training. Me say we yaw. Philippines so baby Kenya baby no could do best 6 months training maybe a US baby they need to be developed so well because my pie bebre o na who we say no
start na wanchen obia and Americans no more out talent no more brechen wo in a lane
now experience na
o sa out na mu bie
so advantage so baby
say na me wo bofom say ya me no me bofom from the ambulance me fa obe wuro say ball wo
on police ni bi no le
asa na nipa na adwen so police ni no wo sunu mu oduntu nti wo ma nu ba bia na no ya bofo no wuro so di ball no so di ball
to me abanin so you know who we say no they are ones for the future. Now coming your final no the lady you have say you know need a Louis ni na say as Antoine na the final bi no na bosses are coming by you would have loved it. Now Jamaica say opinion no or my lady who say unsame ho
drew baby na Usain Bolt ye bi ono ombiem but on you know obetimi atwe mu but o kire wo say no da be o ma
me hwesa na me ho mo asam say no we maturity oboso one ne de boso o tira line na no say kire say no we are. I loved that moment. And as my kind say we government no and also school no more we scholarship na that me ka say be kire me division 2 for no say na say chama Wontumi ne baba border odi so who be da no ka kire me champion Mr. Kese odi escafo na Dr. Kofi mo onso mo mababo because dressing room no o papa say o mama say do ka papa sika no mama ti no no na pa na kwase bi di na chama ha no na o ka kire mama wo fie say but you hear what you be ya onu nie hey anu nie I'm starting.
Oh, I ain't so much to the one.
Oh, there's a
we are for down cry.
And watch the two girls. Man, we not telling no question say she. And she Gaza no because Gaza ni jini di okumase pa na we na ntimi amma. Oya na mo na machira o. O mama because of musa. But I think the government has to back all of these guys. Scholarship na community na the school na kaho na committee akọ. A good moment for Ghanaian Athletics Championship na mo koye no because we mu nyina timi apie from about FA Cup na dey you do. Tam Ben obenya ne resuscitation. The seasonal resuscitation I want to see it because league num FA Cup no so aka obenya enhome kakra no a na SSC akoi. I want to really wait and see how he come back with few games. How he comes back in the season, but a tough time. My own good friend Kosa Bodu, a tough time. Eddie Manapaya, my friends who are my fabric no more.
Okay, well, Steve Brenner, Mezame Twaso.
Kosa
de FA Cup for na ya debia manager home pennyphone. Me the image no SNA Shadrach. I would want to see beautiful things so that I applaud. But with athletics, no.
Man of the match, no.
Yes.
Last week, I can want some crowd.
Be no one. Can you only amount kuma dada ni wines ever ko UT. But could be G players won't go anything. I bet no go tete. A man bufu pa. We need something that represent BB for the future. Nti abanaji, nkromaji, beti media kosifi. Say your ball MTN Africa quarter final. We me overall best player I was our game no. These are some of the things that now a person you media my boy extra effect. Obeka say we dey a copy inspiration from CAF the now and yeah but say yenye BBC are representing idea a sombono. Personally I want to applaud them. Slogan na say obia nyobia but this season o match rezo obi into major division 1 for no actually because last season we had a division 1 team in the final golden case against Kotoko Brian Zano win this game to chase obia nyobia but this season the Premier League side naturally say obi and I'm happy for all the teams in there media match say this season and almost season. In terms of all fronts in the league, they are doing well. In the FA Cup, they are going as far as they can. Diana Stars in there, Dreams FC are Omoji Binche. Dreams FC will be on a Mediama Abebo. And then Nations FC. So I can say be a project there. I think Nations FC focus on the wrong one. I felt that Nations ball no more ball 2-3 seasons ago. No. They should have targeted the FA Cup instead of the league. Last season, Omo lose it to Gold Stars. No? The focus had gone to the FA Cup. I think by now, Nakanishin so one of these trophies. But all in all, I feel we need to applaud them. Then you look at the bigger picture, representation on the continent of Africa. whoever wins access wako dreams jia omo the state and omo some 3 seasons ago nana which I think anya sabi mu no mo say media ma awinia omo team ye team ripe for Africa na based on experience. I would say teams no more money nyina we need to invest in quality, not quality from the local scene. Let the business of football and ring a bell in the investors or more clubs they belong to, because see the boys ya na echo the aya menya sure say the ASO to more year or Africa no yebeti my IAB. That Africa is a different space altogether. It needs certain pedigree of players and a bit me abo. And yes, yeah, said the fancy out of it and say, oh yes, yeah, whoever wins, there should be a good representation of the country, our Africa. But scanning through all the 4 teams, players or more, the technical men no mukitano, they will need quality from outside. Media Maka, and I keep saying it until you know about the realization that the business of football now shouldn't be confined in the regions of Ghana, but also you call outside top-notch quality. You foreigner be a foreigner. Say omo ma baby a me person me bo players be a demean or more carrier and you no be ni here. You hear the Mbella standard. You hear the Shitembe standard. Those are the levels of quality here in our league, because me feel say boys na wahan they need real top-notch competition. And sana bibia Kenya almost say they shouldn't joke with the ejuma na omafa.
All the foreigner ne ba na ye man dollars na na fe o complain say
ni sika no
performance
because Mbella buy no omo team man 3 days games here
training. Yes.
Say don't train. Also no, I would just want to work. Instead is all but obeba na kojachi more training na onam ho anase or jogging. That guy is serious. Baby or one because on your Ghanaian we are not following him. He's still doing well. Baby or could be and he's still doing well. And when it teams and he's getting the money. But yeah, have boys na sem kan ya na dini.
What kind of money?
Yao. Timi pass to footballer for party. Dabi ananka mefa best brani no matu.
Senyo money na.
Adion.
Ebimu.
Oh, yao. Edding. Direction, purpose, ambition. It's like they are doing
say ebimu.
Oh. Percentage in here say omu ti say I know there's all team fan cancer. Players be kuta quality wa unse talent no wo ho. But subani namfu fabia now the current players are war Ghana no namfu fa no your omu. What shouldn't be so olomomo no fa chama yi on the ton iron ross wa hai. O man real abrabo mu nsam. No one near that.
No one near bread.
But many new thing I but when you do it for. And yes Snapchat and I guess yeah said oh me what have experience na make eh. Oba mu fellas and na down for your penny bi o. And o tu no for. Penny bi e wo the business bi. And na down for.
What is it? You bring wood your Snapchat.
And a huna babum sem sa no moye. Mami fancy and this.
It was a huna day. Hey. Oh. Is he yeah, it's a very interesting topic to discuss, and I think in the near future I would love to have a broad argument on why I believe say your league now what's say a day I was say
one
oh now some I can
footballer for two
best
our brain to who say waste of energy and resources.
No, no, so how many days I go
to sinu bia nipa no boba sibra
na football ba ha on duty
on hu bi da
o minim de okoye cross or saba
say any day
And the opposite to say, maybe some have a proper conversation and debate on why I'm to me say the league when you perceive a chichiri ne ya. I was here to me be more. Emma foreigners ba league in starting games the maye. Yow. A crowd would do be brina or more person much league nina, including more moves catching ye. A press or more day or more mufra bon ten bechichiri. Yet young who say Djibouti. Or when your team or more the CAF Champions League in the CAF Confederations Cup. Yow, or more the man for the chichiri league, you know. It is not in a bad mentality to also see that the FA is pushing for us to say, "Yen for more free crew man in your day." And there is nothing bad about it. Be being wrong about it. But the thing is, it's about they're able to make a proper argument to back it and prove say within the next 4 or 5 years, we're able to repeat results there, my. And this is what I want us to look at. Because
Premier League, I kono Ukraine, America, UK Premier League, I kono.
Oh, foreigners, nama, and taxes or mutria. Near a lot of things. This weekend I was speaking to somebody and the Paco Kajem said, we're proving to play a BS Ketria OJ. What GB 200,000 week in New now Krabe 160,000 or 150.
Yeah, 240,000.
Tax not take. Yeah, they build chrono. Tax not take. Now we are taking
160,000 pounds
every week. So football has become a proper tool in England to make sure what the economy. Because foreigners never be me. I say, maybe a foreigner be banojy $5,000. Why I say $5,000? The $1,000 you crony there. We'll be able to generate a lot of things from it. It's ya me this topic in the best fridge. But in Kulana de no more keep course in terms of athletics. Now me person me may call. And then when I see we are qualified for Oregon USA. But when we are qualified for Oregon USA, it is good news. But yeah, I want to see what happens in the next 2 months or 3 months getting to the August. How realistic it is. Anyhow, and could that way bet me monitor or move progress. Blizzard or Wusu acquiring in your money. Gladys Gaza acquiring in your money. This lady from Amas Odobruni acquiring in your money. Yeah, and could any talent near clear that this is something we need to invest and put in. Me who say penny bia crash there to 2 and a month say bia. Mamenko piemu keep kusana se mamen piemu baby na nkola idi omu ye kran hwede ombe ya. It is disheartening. Afia akola ne be bia wi abon so akọ US Oregon ne ba akọ aba na ni akọka ho a se me pese me ka on, then we go back. Ni ashase oh na Ghana na oh na sa. Let us take interest in their beginnings. Yen take an interest in their beginnings. Beginnings no hu hia krampo cha wie no. Let's take an interest. Diomubedi, Diomubebi omubeda, training omubeye. Yeah, it is important.
So some invest to development.
We need to for the interest. Because Akulano, Samuel Kebi we call Konya Bank nano antenna of a Amas. Me wuni video bi o be komika mu bi o temu Akulande mo no de ne sa bo no. Afi no be ko de ne sa bo no atemu no yaw. And you say, I'm not trying to say that she's what, but a proper full plan for Akurano say Yaboka Dianu way now say na be strategized just to keep them in shape and help improve them. No, ni important to be a train any. Last time about town in Chebia, they were international break. No be a anymore.
That's really you jackpot. But I say, Akumiano, na yamre na yameto aso easy atena say easy na